Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ERC End of Season podcast. That's very loud, Andrew. You can turn that down now. I hope everyone's doing well, and it is what it is. Do we have a translator for Andrew? Mike, why? You continue enjoying your weekend off, yeah? And then you come bother me another day. Anyway, in the comms box with me tonight, it's the one and only ERC Exo, who is one of three owners. The other two decided to check it out tonight. How are you, Exo?
Hey man, how you doing?
Oh, mate, it's end of season time, and I am
Oh,
excited to see what's coming up. We've got a lot on the cards today to be discussed. Everyone needs to be aware that it's going to get very interesting very quickly. The order of business for tonight is, first of all, we need to apologise for the other two owners not being here. So Exo, I'll let you do that.
yeah. Life is just busy for everybody. And although this is super important, the other two just they couldn't manage around the schedules and so on. So they do apologize, but I'm here, and you're here, and we've got quite a few people in the chat. We've got 21 people watching the stream, so it's brilliant.
Well, we love that. It's good to see everybody here and enjoying what is coming in the new season. I'm gonna switch over the scene. You get to see my wonderful, beautiful face. How are we, chat? You're in a different camera view because this is my flight sim setup we're in right now. But don't worry about that. Just get to enjoy my really ugly mug and my background. But
There
I
you
hope
go.
I hope you guys enjoy the montage of Mike Wallace funny moments throughout this season um, that I put together just for you guys. Mike Wallace has decided to go on holiday because it was his birthday this week, and he's decided to disappear off to the one and only fake Paris, which is Blackpool. So he's just left me and Exo to do this ourselves because he can.
Yes.
So, order of business tonight is we're going to review everything that happened in season 11, all the good highlights, all the bad highlights, everything different that has gone on. We're also going to touch on the new rule changes for this season. There's not that many, but we want to do that. And then we've got a little surprise for you guys as well, right in, slam bang in the middle of the stream. So please stick around for that, as it's quite interesting. I'll say that much. I think EXO is pretty excited. I'm excited.
I am.
It's
Yeah.
it's buzzing. I really cannot wait to see your reactions in the chat. Then we're going to go on to the grid reveals. We're going to start with managers. We're going to end with masters. They're actually the only two grid reveals that we have this evening. And since 100, it's sort of a rotating grid, so we didn't see the difference in doing that. And finally, to end off today's end of season podcast, we've got the calendar reveal. So you guys can enjoy that as well. So, first of all, Exo, let's talk a little bit about season 11. What an amazing season it was. We had, well, pretty much a very hotly contested season throughout all three championships, right up until the final round. So I wonder if you've
It
got anything
was.
to say on that.
Yes. Look, I think we all went into season 11 with the plan of trying to make it more challenging. We brought in the cost caps for the team managers to start managing, and I think it worked brilliantly. We had a few teams going over cost cap. They were subsequently penalized heavily. Um, and obviously that made their lives harder for season 12 starting. Um, but in terms of actual battles on track, it's as usual, it's brilliant racing. We've had tight contests. Um, we had uh, the ERC Masters went down to the final race. Yeah, ERC managers went down to the final race, and unfortunately, the 100 Bird is just too good. He was just too good this season. There was no way of beating him. So yeah, but other than that, I think it was a stunning season. We had good attendance, really positive vibe in the Discord. Yeah, stunning.
And one thing as well is, like, can we just talk about that sort of season finale at Portugal? What a great track that was for a season finale. I mean, a lot of people were questioning why we didn't choose Brazil, but Portugal was well, it didn't disappoint. I don't know if you've got anything to say on that.
No, I think it was a good track. It's always I enjoy racing, and I wasn't really good at it this season. But it was good racing as always, you know. I
Definitely.
think it lent itself to a balance of a few of the cars, so it's nice long straight. So the cars that are good in the straights had an advantage there, and there's quite a few twisties, so it was a well balanced track actually. And as you know, it's the track for our trial race as well.
Which,
So
yeah.
yeah,
So there was definitely no excuse for people to be at a disadvantage there as well, because I think
exactly.
Portugal's a track that everybody, you either love it or you hate it, but it is such a nice flow to it that if you get it right, you are definitely one of the quickest out there.
Mm.
Um, and I just absolutely enjoy watching people drive around there. It always generates good racing, just like Brazil does. Normally, some controversial moments, like we saw. Quite surprised that Sunday didn't end up being as controversial than it should have been with
Yeah,
Panda. To be honest, with Panda spinning on the final lap or second
I
final lap,
think
just it was quite an interesting one for that to happen. I know he just dropped it
yeah.
by accident, but I thought people would have put a ticket in against that.
I'm pretty sure if it ended in a safety car or something happened there, I think we would definitely heard something more about it. But it didn't end in anything. Obviously, Panda. Let's just put the caveat there. Nothing was done on purpose. He just lost it. He was just being the bottle that he always is. So
ERC bottle being bottle.
yes, just while we at it, right? So me and Panda, we had a bet going. So if whoever ends the season above the other one, he's changed his gamer tag to ERC bottle. And I unfortunately I beat him. So
So
it's
you had
it's
to
a
change it.
shame, but look, I take my hat off to the guy. He followed through. He changed his gamer tag to ERC bottle. He raced the last race as ERC bottle. Um, and yeah, just a top guy. Sad that he's going to be not racing for a while. He said he said he'll see us again in 2025. So yeah, he'll still be in the service, still talking and chatting away, but he's stepping away from racing for a little bit.
100%. I think that's the important thing as well, is that we know that racing is. It's just before we go on to the next bit about the rules. Actually, this is a very good one to touch on. I think this is maybe a little bit off topic in some degree. It's just a game, and for some people, like it feels like it's more than a game. And I think when people get heated, it shows passion, but it shouldn't get in the way of the fun of it. And I
No, it
feel,
is.
yeah, obviously coming into the rule changes, obviously there'll be some more to touch on that. But I think when you look at how good people have been this season, with how well they've conducted themselves in as a whole,
Mm.
it's a really good testament to ERC and the rules that they've put in place, and also again another great use of promoting mental health with obviously the reach out and help chat. None of us are experts, not even me. And I've got some training behind mental health and stuff like that, and it shows like courage, and it shows great honesty to themselves to admit that there's an issue, and to actually just speak out their mind with people that are not going to judge them. Sometimes that is the best way to do it, and for people that have shared the season as well, I think it's so lovely to have you be a part of the community, and you feel comfortable enough to share your own life with everyone in the server as well. So even if people don't tell you that, it's important to know that
Yeah.
you are respected and you're loved, even if you don't feel it. So if you are struggling or whatever, feel free to do that and jump into that chat, vent. That's the whole point of it, and you don't even.
Def Exactly. Look, it's like you said, none of us are experts, none of us have the answers, but we're a bunch of guys that all go through stuff. We all have our own shit that we have to deal with, and you might not know it, but there's a lot of compassion and a lot of oh, I almost dropped my phone. That was a good catch. If you guys saw that catch, wow. Um, Anyway,
LeBron
so there's a
James.
lot of compassion and a lot of love shared by the guys with each other and a lot of understanding. We're all human, we all struggle, we all have our own battles that we need to go through. And sometimes just being able to just voice it and have someone just put an encouraging message out there or what we've seen a lot of the times is that somebody messages there and yes, there's guys that post stuff and messages of encouragement. But then you also have guys that go to and start PMing the person about the issues,
Mm,
and and it grows the bond between the people, and then you just have a chat and say, listen, man, how you doing? How's it going today? How you feeling? It's just shows you're not alone. It's
100%.
we're yes, we're all it's an online thing and we're not really physically there. But it's just getting a message from someone, say, well, listen, how you doing? Um, it makes you feel like, listen, I'm not alone in this. I have people that care, you know?
100%. And that's the whole point of it. I mean, we implemented it and we're trying to implement it in every server that International Paddock is a part of in some degree to try and support people that are struggling with their mental health. But I should also, it's just another little message. If you are struggling, just feel free to type it away or message someone in private. It's honestly what some things are better to be said rather than to be bottled up. So just remember that as we come into the next bit. Anyway, so going on and moving on from that topic, we should go on to this season's rule changes. Exo, hit us with it. Let's go.
Okay, so the biggest change that we've seen has already happened. I'm not sure if you've known about this, but over the off season, we've had the team managers doing the auctions. So normally how we did it, we rotated the teams. So with ERC managers, every season, the team manager moved one team down in the pace chart of the teams. And with the success of the cost cap for season 11, we decided, well, it's actually something we started early season 10, late season 9, looking at the auctions. We wanted to spice up a little bit more. And the effect that the team managers have on how the season plays out. Um, so he brought in the auctions. So we increased the guys' cost caps a little bit, and we told them, okay, so from now on, you need to go in auction to get your teams. So the guys had to place blind bids. Um, some guys got Red Bull at a very, very good price, and then we we saw the other teams blow way over the limits on some of their purchases. And then but the fallback on that means that the guys have less money to contract drivers. And as you know, with the how we work with the drivers have prices. So better drivers have higher prices. The more points you get, the higher your price goes. Um, so yeah, it's very interesting how it played out. We always try and envision and take into consideration all the aspects of how things could play out. And if I'm really honest, we didn't see some of the stuff that how it would have happened. Um, it's not a bad thing, but I think it worked out brilliantly. And if you'll see the grid later on today, you could have given me 100 chances to guess that grid. I would never have guessed at how it would have played out.
I mean,
Um,
I'll tell you now. I've seen the grids and they look stacked. I've never
so
seen a grid
yeah,
like it. It's crazy.
I'm really excited for the season. I think it's going to be seriously tight. I think I can see we're going into the last race of the season with 3 or 4 guys in it for the championship. With the constructors, there's going to be quite a few teams in it at the same time. So no, I'm really excited. Okay, so in terms of other rule changes that we've had, um, we just run you guys through it. So we're going to bring in a Sinbin reprimand system. So basically, what it means is if you are a reoccurring member in the Sinbin, or as it's currently known as Helga's House of Pain, um, then there's a system where you're going to start getting penalties and so on. It might affect your races and so on. We'll do the proper write-up of the how that'll work, and it'll be added to the rules, and you guys can go have a look at it. We will also be implementing a rule where lapped cars at a safety car will be allowed to unlap themselves. So we're going to put a nice structure in the rules, explaining exactly how you guys have to let lapped cars pass, so that aren't, first of all, so they're not a hindrance at the safety car restart, and to allow them still be part of the race. Um, so that's gonna be rolled out. Then another rule change, something I've been fighting for ages, but um, um, I see the benefit of it and understand the effects. So we're going with this one. Is we're gonna start if you DNF and the stewards find it's somebody else's fault, and the stewards find that person at fault. So the stewards give them a 22-second penalty and 5 penalty points for that, and you DNF. We will amend your target
which is a very
with
good thing, because
yes,
just to elaborate on that point briefly, that means that if someone is affected by an incident and they are essentially a passenger, the stewards will amend their targets to suit the situation. So, for example, you get taken out of the race, your target will be reevaluated to be a little bit easier so that you can still
yes,
try and meet your target. Because I think that's awesome. There's a lot of complaints about that last few seasons, actually, people not being able to
it
meet their
is.
targets. I was one of them for the amount of times that I got taken out. Thanks, rookie. Um, it's
Tell
just an
him,
important
tell
thing.
him.
Yeah,
He's a dirty, dirty driver. You should
he's
see
su-
the
he's
penalty points he
he's a bad
got
boy, isn't he? He's
this
such a bad
season.
boy. I mean,
Oh,
and Exo as well. Exo's such a bad driver, isn't he?
hey,
Sorry.
I'm a good driver. I'm a good driver. What are
I'll
you
tell you.
talking about?
I'll tell you who's a bad driver for not apologising to me technically after hitting me in the back end at Spa, and that is
Uh,
Mr. ERC Bird. What a dirty driver he is. First lap, he
so
dies and comes back at me. Thinks I brake early. I'm actually braking to everybody else in front of me.
I
Kills
didn't
me.
see a ticket for that, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, I put a ticket in. I was thinking about it, but then he said he did technically go into my DMs, and I was like, ah, he's a nice guy. But then you even told me like he didn't even apologize. I'm just
he
saying I'm not covering anything here because this is
he
like last
is
season now, so he's
he
dirty
gets
driving.
away with he's not a dirty driver. Let's whoa. It's too far. Rookie's a dirty driver, right? But Bird's not. But he gets away with incidents so many times. I'm making this joke that he sends people fruit baskets because I can't
Yeah.
understand how anybody why people don't submit tickets against him. It just doesn't make sense.
He sent me a
So
rose. He sent me a rose with a wee heart like emoji on it, and it's just like,
oh
love me.
man.
I'm so sorry. So I was like, oh, I can't say no to that face. But
Um
I mean, at least he didn't fuck smash my door. That's the important thing.
yeah.
But yeah,
One back to the rules. One rule we are still discussing is no consensus on it yet. But is that drivers not adhering to blue flags? Um, that we are looking at increasing the penalty for that, but we don't have a consensus yet of how to look. So it's something that will be finished by Wednesday, but unfortunately it's not done yet. So just keep that in mind. And then we will be putting out a vote to the community of that races and ERC managers to put it back to full quali instead of short quali. So it will be a community vote. We'll do it tomorrow, and we just need the guys to just mark, and that'll make a decision for us by the end of Tuesday. We'll know exactly what we're going to do with it.
all right,
Okay.
sweet. So that is the end of the rule changes for this year. But that leads us on to the probably one of the most important changes in ERC history. Um, I just want to do a little bit of background on this. ERC, when I first joined it, was called SNRC, and it
Yes.
was it Sunday Night Racing Championship was what it's for.
Sunday Night Race Club, and
Yeah,
then we expanded into TNRC, because which was Thursday Night Race Club, which was basically the ERC 100, and we had WNRC, which was Wednesday Night Race Club.
and that was
Um,
way back. That was way back in.
Way back, season one, two, and three. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it changed. We went to ERC at the end of season four. Um, that's when we started putting a few changes in and decided, okay, well, it's evolution, because we're constantly changing, we're constantly evolving. And I mean, it's true to this day. I mean, if you look at the changes we bring in with masters and managers, how we've evolved all of the formats that we have, across the 11 seasons that we finished. That's basically the core of what the league is, you know?
100%. And I mean, ERC means so much to a lot of people now that some people forget that SNRC existed, um, and that's what this evolution of this was that it was
Yes.
SNRC, and you might see some people in the server with still the gamer tag SNRC. That's what it
Yes.
stands for, chat. And
Yeah.
I want that to stand in everybody's memories and minds, because even though it's gone, it cannot be forgotten, because it was some of the best times in a lot of people's lives. It was coming through COVID, near the end of COVID, where people had no had all the time in the world, but had very little social lives, and this is what brung a lot of people together. I mean, I came in here as a very fresh greenhorn commentator, and I'm still here to this day because I've loved every minute of it. You guys keep me entertained, and then I wouldn't have had the experience that I've had with Mike Wallace, when he started joining me on Sunday nights, and we sort of grew an everlasting bond that in many ways has led us to international paddock, which is the situation that we're in now. Um, with the four of us at the head of the table now, Casper coming on the middle of late last year to help out in the decisions department, which is pretty cool to have. To say that we've got a company with four people at the top because of ERC, and I think that that's something to be attuned to, the fact that we all sort of like 3 out of the 4 owners are originally from ERC. So
Hmm.
that shows you the level of respect that that a lot of us have for that. So it's definitely amazing. So as we move on, I would like to just take a moment for everybody to realize exactly what's about to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you ERC in its new era, if it's going to move. It's not moving. Oh no. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new logos for ERC. If it'll do it. It's going to take its
Oh,
time, isn't it? It's going slowly. Oh,
it
it's
has to.
it's crashed.
No,
No.
no. Tell me you've built it.
Chat, I just realised I've been doing all of these while I've been muted because everything's broken.
Ah, were
Oh
you
my god.
muted?
I was
Was I
muted.
muted?
Yeah, everyone was
Because I
muted.
so you all of the stuff that I've
Chat,
been
chat, right?
saying.
Let's do this again because I feel like I've messed this up, chat. So you know what? We'll go from here. This is the
Let's
ERC
go.
100 logo that you're seeing on the screen right
Yes.
now, ladies and gentlemen. This logo that you're about to see, hopefully, please don't crash, please don't crash. There we go. That's the ERC Masters logo.
Yes. There we go. Oh, thanks, Gary. You got it now.
Cool. Hopefully that'll close. And then the final logo, ladies and gentlemen, is ERC Managers. Give it a second to, have the hamster turn around. And that's ERC Managers. And the final one, the new main logo for ERC. This is the defining moment in history for ERC, the new logo that everybody will associate ERC with. And there we go. How cool do those look?
There we go. That's stunning.
So there you go.
And can I
Four new.
just say, Bird made these. Um, it's stunning. I love them. I think a big part of why we wanted to have the new logos, we actually wanted to have new logos at the start of last season when we brought in Masters. We just ran out of time. We just couldn't get it done. But Bird made these. They look fucking stunning. Um, and what I do love about them is they're quite brandable. So we are going to start giving guys some prizes at the end of the season. We're gonna print these on hoodies and shirts and stuff like that, and start handing them out as prizes to the champions and so on. Um, so yeah, and it's quite brandable. So I love it.
They are
Stunning.
very cool, and I really
Yes.
enjoy them. They've got that sort of like F2 sort of car theme on them. They look
Yes.
very much F2ish, and then you've got the full on sort of color. It's bright, it's vibrant, it's sort of clip artish as well, which is really cool. Like that's so today in standards for logos and stuff. It's very good
Yes.
looking. I gotta say, Bird should be proud of himself for that. If he's not proud of anything, at least he should be proud of this.
And
Very good job.
just some detail in this that you guys might pick up on or might not pick up on. Obviously, we you got a number 21 there, and that was Smithy's number that he raced with in ERC. So we that yeah, that was part of why his number's on there is to make sure that Smithy's always with us
100%.
with everything we do. He's always with us. And as you guys can see, there's a small, nice international paddock logo in the front there,
This little blue
on the
one
nose.
is very good looking.
Yes. So that's just to show the strong partnership that ERC has with International Paddock. And yeah,
It's a very touching thing, and we really appreciate it as well. And you know, International Paddock wouldn't be International Paddock without ERC, and I think it's so important to show that in many ways. And we're always appreciative of all the love that everybody shows us, and we're always here 24/7. We love you guys so much. We enjoy it. You know, if it wasn't for ERC, in many ways, some of us probably wouldn't have the lives we have, and it's so important to show that to everyone as well. So we want to say thank you. We also want to honour Smithy in many ways as well by helping carrying his name on as much of the content and everything that we go forward with, so that nobody can forget him. Those of you that don't know Smithy, go and look at some old footage if you can find it on ERC or SNRC of how dominant he was and how much of a good person he was as well. It's always an important thing to
yeah,
say. So
yeah, and he's everywhere in the server. I mean, if you go look at about ERC, if you go look at the previous champions, you'll see his name there. There's a whole channel called Remembering Smithy. Um, I mean, if you just have to read through there to understand how much he meant for the league. Um, so yeah.
100%. Now, I believe it may be time for us to talk about grid reveals. I don't know about you, but this is probably the most exciting part of the day, so we're going to get that just ready to go. I don't know why that's...
Well,
Oh, there
let's
we
do
go.
this. Let's make sure. Are you sure it's going to work, or is it going to break again? And then people are going to blame me for it.
Well, they can't
I don't
blame
know
you, they
why
can
the
blame me. So
you
chat,
can
you've got to remember
look.
this is all done on my PC. So just remember
Matt
that.
Matt can find any reason to blame me. Okay,
But
that's just how he is.
anyone can find any reason to blame anyone. Let's face it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna hype this up a bit. We're gonna start with the managers, ladies and gentlemen. This is your grid reveal.
Are we on mute?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. It's managers time. See where you are, where you stack up. How cool is that? And it's
I
gone
think
just
it's
like that.
brilliant. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Um, I just want to get to this myself. I think it's going
It's
to be a crazy grid. Um, I think it's going to be very close. I
it's
think Mo got himself a really strong team there with Scar and Rookie. Um, we know Rookie finishes every single race. He will score CRP every race. So, that's 24 points right there that Red Bull start the season off with immediately. Um, so yeah, I think Ferrari is a very, very surprising pick. I know I was in the running for a Ferrari seat, but yeah, stuff happens, and drive and it just so sometimes things don't pull through. Um, Shaggy in the Merc is going to be strong, really, really strong. Vader, he changed his name. Let's see if he can change the stripes. See if he can finish races a little bit. Um, TTM Bushpig in the Aston Martin. I'm really excited to see what he does. He had the McLaren. He was strong. He looked good. Got CRP, finished races. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. Um, I think the McLaren team's strong. Um, I think my team is strong as well. I've got Team Alpine, I've got Master Bay, and a new driver. So it'll be exciting to see what they can do. Myself, I'm in a Williams, so I'm going to see if I can force myself into a top 10 every now and again. So it's going to be exciting. I
hell
don't know
yeah.
what you think about this, but I think it's a
It's a
strong,
very, very strong lineup. I think
yeah,
nobody can argue that this is going to be a close season. It's going to be one
yes,
of the closest we've had in history, and it's kind of groundbreaking in many ways because this is going to be the final season on F123 that we do.
it is. Yes,
So
yes, we should finish the season. I think the second last week or the last week in May. So, and if the reports are correct that the new game will launch first week of June, then we've got it spot on.
which is
So,
it's going to work in our favour. It gives us time to test as well prior to the season
exactly.
start. So
Yes.
it looks good. I'm excited. I can't wait. Managers is one that like I may still show up in every now and again in race, but as of commitments right now, it's probably not going to happen. Um, still got my reserve. Hello, it's me.
Well,
But
there you go.
I miss racing, I really do. But there's always so much going on in the paddock that I can never keep up. It's just what it is. Chat, how do you guys feel? You guys enjoying that one? Yeah? I think everyone's enjoying that. It's going to be cool. People are complaining that rookie's in a Red Bull. But to be honest, rookie can go anywhere and they'll complain. Just rookie out. So it makes no difference. Chat, I think it may be time for the next lineup. What about you? What about you, Exo? Do you think it's
Yeah,
time?
man. Yeah. Definitely.
Let's hope this goes well, because that should work. I'm hoping. It's time for the Masters lineup, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
Sunday's League Masters. Here you go. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Your driver lineup for Sunday's ERC Master League. Right in front of your very eyes.
This is going to be blockbuster, okay? If I know I'm biased, right? Everybody knows I love this league. And I love this nights racing. I love ERC managers. I mean, it combines my favorite format with my favorite race distance. But this lineup is gonna be blockbuster, man. This is I'm so excited to race it. I think there's a few dark horses here. Obviously, my team, I managed to get Red Bull, and I think myself and Shaggy in there, we might not win a lot of races, but I think over the course of a season, we'll be there. We'll be in it. I think a few dark horses for that will do well. I think I'm excited to see what Wolf does in a Ferrari. I don't think he's ever had a top team, so see if he can manage the pressure. Liam Hardman in the Merc, I think, is going to be absolutely insane to beat him. There's a few new guys here as well. We've got Bakey Gaming. We've got Slayerized, and we've got, I think Captain Morgan now has got a full-time seat as well. So it's going to be exciting what these guys can do. Bird is in the Alpha, which is interesting. I'm very surprised he only got a seat in the Alpha, seeing as how strong he is in this format. I'm very surprised. Our last season champion of Innovate Eagle, only in Alpha Tauri. I understand the issue there was he was a bit expensive, but I mean, the guy scored what, 160 odd points across 6 races. I mean, you are going to be expensive if you score so many points. There's not much we can do about it. I think another team we might be underestimating to an extent is the McLaren team with Thanos and King. I think they're going to be very, very strong. Gary has improved immensely. Every now and again we throw these names out of guys that have improved a lot, and I think across the last 2 seasons, I think the guy in the league that has improved the most by a fair margin is Gary. If you look at Gary on F122 and Gary on F123, it's a completely different driver. He's so much better than he used to be. So yeah, I'm very excited.
100%. And you know, me and Mike, we made our sort of driver of the seasons very, very clear. You know, we've got a lot to talk about, and 2 drivers in particular take the mantle for that. It is the 2 that you just mentioned. Pretty much was talked about Shaggy a little bit as well, didn't you? In the past, Shaggy improved so much on this game. He's a force to be reckoned with, especially in a good car. And then
Definitely,
you know, Gary Bluntblade, or ERC Thanos is now known as, he is inevitable.
Yes.
He is inevitable. He is
Yes.
He's extremely good now. And when he gets a good string of performances under his belt, he is, touted to be one of the best. I think the two drivers that me and Mike discussed that are going to be the dark horses of this season will be Shaggy and Blumblade. Both of those drivers, they will be ones to watch this season, and it's going to be really, really exciting to see that as it goes forward. The format doesn't change, and yet we
No.
see so much performance from every driver, and it's insanely good to see. So, we're just excited to see how this plays out this season. But
Yeah, look, I think from the team manager's point of view, I think uh, if if anything less than 80% of the team managers don't breach their cost cap, I'm going to be super surprised this season. Um, I think all of us overspent a little bit on the teams, myself included. So it's but we all wanted to secure a team. When managers were when we did the auction for managers, oh, the teams were going for like crazy prices, and I bid normal prices for the teams, and ended up getting the third last team. You know, so when Masters auction started and the Red Bull came in, I threw in a high auction for it, and I managed to get it, luckily. Um, the managers were a bit more reserved when it came to Masters because they a few of them learned some hard lessons and hard discussions after their team purchases that they made in managers and seeing what drivers they can only afford now. Um, so yeah, I think it does even the field a little bit. I don't think it's a situation where it keeps the fast drivers out of top seats. It's not really the exact goal of it. I think just the way the auctions played out this time, it had that effect to an extent. Um,
100%.
so yeah,
It's very good to see that, and I think I'm so excited to see how this plays out this season. And just before we move on to the final bit of the podcast, we've got quite a lot of information from us here at International Paddock just for you, for all of you guys listening. This season, we've got a lot happening, and I should first of all point out that we've got a new program airing specifically about ERC. It's going to be taking the old podcast slot for those of you guys that enjoyed our podcast on Monday nights. It will be now approximately 8 p.m. on Mondays. We'll be chatting a little bit about everything to talk about in ERC last week and talking about going into this week of ERC. So that'll be starting from next Monday, not tomorrow, but next Monday after we have the first rounds of the championship. You'll be able to join me and Mike Wallace as we talk about everything ERC, from managers to masters. It's all there live for you guys to see. Also, from us, we will be releasing our own line of merch this season, so keep an eye out for that. We're gonna have I should probably divulge the secret that we've been keeping for a while. We're gonna have ERC Sunday limited edition merch that will be going live, and that ERC Sunday merch will have everything from the champions of ERC Sunday while it was ERC Sunday to the old logo to the commentators to everything. It'll be a commemorative t-shirt to sort of basically be there. The merch isn't ready just yet. We're still waiting on the images to come through on what's going to go on that t-shirt, but as soon as it's there, you guys will hear all about it. It'll be everywhere in the streams. You guys will love it. It's going to be awesome. And also, we're going to have another line of merch as well that will be going live this season as well, and you guys will be able to see that very soon. If I can actually maybe link it here on Streamlabs. Is it Streamlabs or Streamable? Let me just do that. Bang. Hopefully this comes up. There you go. The merch that we've already got live is up on streamlabs.com International Paddock. And you guys will also know that we did giveaways of our limited edition merch as well last season. That'll continue this season. We'll be giving away. The next one is an ERC, sorry, not ERC, our International Paddock, apologies, merch, which will have, it'll be a water bottle. We'll be giving away water bottles at the start of this week, hopefully, once I get that working again. We'll be giving away everything like that. And I know for a fact that the actual notepad is very well done because my girlfriend won one and she uses it at work, so I know that much. So guys, if you haven't had a look at that merch, hit that link, go and have a look at it yourselves and enjoy it. But that's all we've got from myself before we move on to the final bit of the stream, which is the track reveals. Before we do that, I just want to say how nice it's been to be here with you guys this evening and enjoying your company along by the one and only Mr. ERC Exo. Exo, before we go on to this final bit, have you got any final words before we reveal the
Yeah.
tracks?
I just want to tell the guys, everybody who races in ERC and all the new guys, you know, thanks for being here. The admins really put in a hell of a lot of work. Um, and it's just it's good to see the feedback that we get from people and see when they tell us how much they enjoy racing in the league and stuff. That it really means a lot to us for the amount of time we spend on this. It's crazy if you actually look at how much time we do spend on it, but we love doing it, and we love it that you guys enjoy racing in our league, and at the end of the day, just have fun. We're here to have fun.
100%, and that's the important thing about everything that we do. It's all about having fun. Behind every single screen there is a person, and we all need to remember that. So please bear in mind what you say, and you guys will enjoy yourselves this season. Without further ado, it's time for the track reveal, isn't it, Exo? This is the one that
It
everybody's
is.
been waiting for, and
It is.
it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Chat, let's do this. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your tracks for this season. Season 12 calendar: Monaco, Bahrain, Canada, Spain, Baku, Texas, Jeddah, Hungary, Austria, Vegas, Monza, and Brazil.
Oh,
How awesome is that?
man.
What a calendar that is. It's
I
awesome.
think it's gonna be um it's gonna be a tough season. It's not gonna be easy. Starting off with Monaco, I, I tried my best not to have Monaco, but nobody wanted to listen. But so yeah, no, we're starting it off with Monaco, um, finishing it off with Brazil. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So
Hell yeah.
yeah. Oh. I see the chat here.
Everyone's everyone's so upset about Monaco. Here, I'm just upset about you guys on Monaco, but I'm not complaining about it. Do you see? I'm smiling at you, all of you in the chat right now that complain about Monaco. At least it's the first race, so you can get your demons out of the way. That's the important thing about it. So if you all crash out at Monaco, at least there's no excuse for the rest of the season to crash out.
So,
Targets are screwed
that's
after
gonna
the
be
first
great.
race, Bird says.
Oh.
I blame Scar. Why did you blame Scar? Scar's not even here tonight. Poor guy just trying to play iRacing and you're ready to just rip the crap out of him.
I think Scar picked it. Scar's the one that picked Monaco.
Oh god, yeah,
So,
F Scar. R.I.P. He's gonna get torn to shreds after that first race, I'm telling you. If people are not raging the chat after the first race after getting killed at turn 1, it's gonna be interesting. This has ruined my weekend, says Shaggy. Shaggy, you're gonna still win though. What's the difference?
Oh man, this is gonna be an interesting season.
It is,
So.
it's gonna be quite interesting. I'm gonna pause the music now as we wind down. We're going to conclude the podcast very slowly. Guys, what do we all think? I want you to express every bit of emotion that you guys have in the chat everywhere. Spread it around, spread the love. Guys, it's important that this season ERC takes off. This is going to be the season, if all, to do it. We're going to be promoting the hell out of this. It's going to be awesome. We're going to try and do the best that we can for you. Get all the races live on all scenes, you know. We'll try and get that for you. I'm just looking at this chat.
Oh, I
RPG
think we,
Scar. Oh
yeah,
god.
we might have thrown him under the bus here a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a
Um,
little bit, but Bird started it,
maybe a little
so
bit, but we love Scar. No, he's a stunning kid, man.
nah, he's
Um,
great. Scar is great.
Bert says he regrets nothing.
I regret nothing. He never regrets anything anyway. Just rather
No, he doesn't.
smash a door than
No,
anything else. But
he's
um,
he's like me on Twitter. Doesn't regret anything.
opens his
So
mouth or types something. It goes on the page like, oh well, fuck it, I did that now. I don't care. Someone
well,
else can care about it now. Oh
yes,
god. Yeah, I'm buzzed. This is the most excited I've been in ages for anything. So guys, if you haven't already, you know what to do. Hit that follow button if you aren't already, because we're live here every week with everything ERC. We're live here 8 p.m. on Wednesday night for the first round of ERC's new season with ERC managers kicking off the season in Monaco. Then we go on to Thursday on Int Paddock Extra for this season, and it will be Casper and Angelo that will be on the mic. It will actually be Casper. It'll be me on the mic for that one. Hello. Because Casper's on holiday. You can blame him later. You get me
look at
instead.
that.
You get the B-Tech Casper, which is me. But I'll be joined by the wonderful Angelo, who is just absolutely stellar to work with. I've worked with him in
Love
the
his
past.
bombs. Yeah,
He is very, very knowledgeable. I can't wait to work with him on Thursday. And then you can tune in with us on Sunday, live here, me and Mike Wallace in the comms box for the final race of the week in ERC Masters. Are you ready, kids? And the response should be aye aye captain. And then I say I can't hear you because I can't hear you. But you know. Anyway, chat, I think we're gonna call it there. Thank you very much to ERC EXO for joining us in the comms box this evening to announce everything new ERC this year. It's been a pleasure having you, my man, as always.
thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for jumping on, and yeah, let's have a good season. I'm really excited for the Monday Night podcast. I think it's going to be an exciting edition. I hopefully the guys join in and jump in chat and jump in the party with you guys and make it a success.
100%. And we can't wait to communicate with you guys more often. Have you guys in with us on the action as well. So guys, thank you very much for watching the end of season podcast here. We'll see you again very soon. Good night. God bless.
Cheers, guys. Bye.